The phone ringing in your home service or contracting business is like the front door to your company. Every single call that comes into your business is potential money walking through the front door. And most of you are fumbling it because you don't have any structure or scripting to what you say or how you say it. So today I'm gonna break down why having a structured phone script for any home service or contracting business matters way more than you think. And then I'm gonna show you also how to feed an AI properly to generate these phone scripts for you so you can either use them yourself or give them to your office staff or team to utilize as a cheat sheet when the phone rings or when you make contact with inbound leads. The sole goal of this video is to get you a working phone script that you can implement in your business, and that we are going to increase the amount of leads to booked appointment ratio that you have in your business, or your lead to closed job, whatever sales process you have. Step by step, prompt by prompt. If you, or more importantly, your team is answering the phone without any script or structure to how to answer each question, then you're losing jobs. There's no debate there at all. Let me paint the picture for your business. You're spending $4,000 or $5,000 a month on Facebook ads. You generate 100 leads. Out of those 100 leads, you made contact with 40 of them, meaning you got on the phone with 40 of them. So you have a 40% connection rate with your 100 inbound leads. But the person getting on the phone with them has no structure, has no script, and doesn't know what to say to half of the objections to get the customer to eventually take the action you want them to take. So tell me if this sounds familiar. Ring, ring, ring. Your team picks up the phone and they say, hello, or Steve's window cleaning, how can I help you? And then they just wing it. And the customer goes and asks, how much do you charge? And because you or your team's not trained, you say, it depends. It depends on the size of the windows, how many you have, and then the person's like, okay, God. And then just like 50% of them just hang up. Or the majority of them say the absolute worst words any business owner can ever hear. Okay, let me think about it. Which we all know that actually means, I don't want to tell you I don't want to use you and that you suck at your job, so I'm just going to tell you I'm going to think about it, I'm going to hang up, and you are never going to hear from me again. That just cost you money because you did not have a structure to take those objections, overcome them, answer those questions, and that call right there just lost you money because you don't have a structure where you control the conversation and get the prospect to take the exact action you want to and lead them to water so that they can drink. And so that hole in your system just cost you money. It wasn't your ad strategy. It wasn't how your videos looked. It wasn't how your website converted. It wasn't anything like that. It was simply the front door of your company did not do its job properly to invite them inside and come into the next steps. I hate car salesmen as much as the next guy, but I'm going to use this example. This is the equivalent of walking into a car dealership and then you're like, I'm in the market for a Toyota Camry. And you get to a salesperson and the guy's like not greeting you. He's not doing anything for you. You're just like standing there awkwardly waiting for him to greet you. And then he finally like sees you looking at him and he's like, can I help you, I guess? It's like, doesn't exactly make you want to get out your checkbook and write a check for this Toyota Camry, does it? If a dealership operates like that, they are going to go out of business. You think for some reason your home service business is different and you can just wing it on the phone and wing it on sales calls and wing it on site when you're going through the actual process and closing the job and all of that. Where do you get off thinking that your business is somehow a unicorn anomaly and having structure in all of your processes doesn't matter for you for some reason? Like because you're special? I don't know. Because I've never talked to a high performing home service business. I'm talking 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure ones that don't have crystal clear SOPs for being on the phone, clear scripts for what to say to get prospects to take action properly, and clear scripting on their sales side as well. This is just like basic business 101. So here's the basic math. If you're making contact with 40 out of those 100 leads you get, and now you have 40 leads to sell a month, and let's say right now you're converting 30% of them. That would mean of those 40 people you made contact with, 12 of them convert to jobs. If we can just fix that one conversion mechanism, not how many leads you have, just how many of those 40 people you get contact with do you convert them into taking the next action? If we can bump that up by 10%, some of you guys can probably bump it up by 15 or 20%. If we can get you to 40 or 50% inbound lead to conversion rate, you will completely transform the top line of your business, but most importantly, the bottom line of your business as well, which is what matters. How much you actually keep after it's all said and done. Because remember, if you spent $5,000 on marketing this month, yet you only converted 12 out of the 40 people that you made contact with, if you found a way to convert 20 out of the 40 people, magically your return on advertising spend, because you booked more jobs at your average ticket, will be substantially higher without you changing anything on the ad strategy. So this is why I'm saying, like, if I walked into your business and implemented my business's SOPs, scripts, processes, sales guys, and all of that, and we just ran the identical Facebook ad campaigns that a lot of you guys run, we could probably get twice as good of a return on ad spend as you because we value systems and processes. That's not a flex, that's just the reality that a lot of your systems aren't there yet. And if you don't have a phone script, you fall into that category. So we know how important the phone script is. We know how important it is to structure things. Let me show you an example of one that we just implemented for our receptionist for our permanent lighting brand. I'm gonna show you ours, and then I'm gonna show you how you can build this yourself by prompting an AI properly. And I like you to use Manus AI or Gemini, but you can do whatever you want. I just prefer Manus. I think the results are the best. Okay, so here's the phone script that we're giving to Lily that she can use as a cheat sheet for when she makes contact with leads on our form. So this is how we have her greet. Hi, blank, this is Lily with Valley Premier Lighting. You'd filled out a form on our permanent lighting systems and we just never got a chance to connect. I'm here to make sure you got everything you need and I can help you set up a time for the guys to come out and give you a free estimate. And we give her a bonus point, say with a smile, so that way, you know, tonality. And then we have two different paths that the conversation can go. The first half is if they show any form of interest. They're gonna say something like, okay, yeah, can I get a little bit more information? Or like, tell me a little bit more about this, but they're not hanging up. This is where she says, perfect. What we typically do is build a free custom design and estimate so you can actually see what the system will look like on your house. It's completely complimentary. We love to go through the system in person and go over all the awesome features and fun stuff that way. Does X time work at X date? Super important nuance here. If you have them on the phone, do not get off the phone without getting an actual date and time for whatever the next step is. If it's an in-person estimate, date and time. If it's a window cleaning job and they say, let me get back to you. No, date and time, get them booked. And bonus points if you sell at a one call close or whatever else, you can collect credit card payment over the phone, whatever else. Do not gamble with the fact that you're gonna reconnect with them because most of the time you can't. Because if you notice, all of these is her kind of friendly, assuming the sale in the next step of the operation. Does this time work for you? Not what time works for you this week. She's gonna present options. Does X time work for you on X date? And then bonus points if that one doesn't work, she has 2 or 3 other things available and she has Jack's calendar and our sales team's calendar in front of her to be able to see what times they have available without checking back and forth with them. Just like, yeah, we have Tuesday at 8 a.m. open, we're gonna put you in there. Holy crap, so important. You want to cross off as many things off the list on that initial phone call as you possibly can. And then she has a prompt that if they sound curious but unsure, for example, somebody says like, yeah, I mean like it was kind of interesting, but like, I don't know if it's like in the cards for us right now. Then we give her a little bit more like objection overcome script. So totally understandable. A lot of homeowners are just exploring options. Even if you're just in the research phase, the design really helps you visualize what's possible, especially for year-round architectural lighting and the security feature. It doesn't commit you to anything. So once she says that, boom, not even letting them talk, assume the sale right into the appointment. Then she's instantly going to, so cool, would next week work better for a design consultation? And then in here, we'd still have her say, I've got time on Monday at 4 p.m. and then I've also got Tuesday at noon. Which one works best for you? Assume, 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 assume. And then if they say, no, not interested, very bold, remember, a lot of these were inbound leads or they called. No worries at all, just so I can make a note. Was it more of a timing thing or is permanent lighting just not something you're considering anymore? This is data collection at this point, not persuasion, which we have right here. If it's timing, perfect. When would you prefer we follow up? Closer to the fall or closer to the holidays? So you schedule the further touch point or she schedules something in her system or she makes the note on that lead. But what happens in that same thing is they go, you open up the door there to be like, just so you know, if you're interested in the holidays, and again, like there's no pressure here, but like, just so you know, we get 80% of our calls during the holidays. So if this was a permanent lighting system that you know you wanted to have on your house in November, you can get it for probably 20 to 30% cheaper in the middle of the year. Again, I'm not trying to pressure you, but I just want to make sure that you're informed on that. With that being said, does it make sense for us to come out and maybe take a look? And then we go into objection handlings. And so all this is just like the most common questions you get asked. So before we get into objection handling and all the other stuff and prompting the AI, if this is something that you feel like would really help your business, getting around like actual businesses that are operating in a certain way and sharing SOPs, you can learn from our team on how to set up Facebook ads and Instagram ads tailored to you and learn that skill in your business, and then get around a bunch of other home service businesses that are doing the same thing and retooling all of their marketing systems. You can join Home Service Accelerator Pro. There's a link in the description. There's also a link in the top of the comments. That's the place where a lot of 6 and 7 and some 8-figure home service business owners congregate and network with each other virtually. And then we're also starting to do some in-person events for that program as well. There's a link in the description. There's also a link in the comments. I'll see you there. Otherwise, let's get back to the video and build this for you. So then we give her an objection handling list. All objections are the most common questions that you have where the person might have a slight unsure tone or they have a made up excuse in their mind for why this isn't a good fit for them. And so you as the owner should have like a laundry list in your head of the most common objections you have. How much does it cost? I only wanted it for Christmas time. I'm comparing other companies. Maybe later this year. Does it damage the house? I saw my neighbor's lights and I didn't really like the way they looked. You know, there's different objections you can always get. And so what you can do is you can feed these objections to Manus or a different AI, which I'm going to show you in a second. second, and it will spit you out scripted versions of how to overcome those objections with logic, emotion, or both. And then on the final step, we give her like a close to booking section where like when she overcomes the objections, he transitions it back to like, all right, cool, so let's come out. And these aren't overly salesy. Like you just read from the screen. Like this isn't school. You don't have to memorize all these and be perfect. You can cheat. That's the beauty of running a business, is you can learn from me on this YouTube. You can learn from the other 700 members of Home Service Accelerator Pro, and then you don't have to build all these yourself from scratch and make your brain explode. And so then this is how we do it. Again, this is just a really basic inbound and outbound phone call script connected with like old leads or whatever else. And then we just give it to our crews. And then what we do is we have her set up on Quo, which is a phone system. And then once or twice a week, myself or Natalie or Jack will look at Lily's call transcripts and listen to the recordings and make sure she's actually following this and closing people properly. And so what we do for Lily in this situation is Lily gets a $5 bonus for every appointment that she books for the sales team. So now she's incentivized to go above and beyond because she's making an hourly rate. But if she can book a couple more of these that were dead in the water otherwise, that's a no-brainer for me as a business owner. So now you're probably looking at this like, sweet, Steve, that script looks great. The last time I fed ChatGPT a prompt to do this, it gave me the most dog water script I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, well, first of all, ChatGPT sucks. ChatGPT is terrible. I do not use it for anything anymore. Claude or Gemini are currently, as I'm filming this, way better fast AI sources. Manus is a deep thinking research AI. And so Manus takes like 5 to 10 times longer to produce results, but that's because the Manus computer was trained to actually verify and make really quality results and not just optimize for speed. And so Manus crushes. I use Manus AI more than any other AI system right now. So I'm going to walk you through how to make this in Manus yourself so that you can get a really quality call script as well. So let's dive in. All right, so here I am in Manus. Here's my first prompt. You are my sales and phone script expert for my home service business. I need you to build me a complete inbound call script that my team will use to convert leads into booked appointments. Before you create anything, I want you to ask me 3 to 5 clarifying questions to understand my business, my services, my ideal customer, and the tone I want on the phone. Do you understand? Now you click it, the little computer starts thinking. It's going to ask you the 3 to 5 clarifying questions. And so this is why Manus, in my opinion, is the best AI. Like the clarifying questions, you can tell this robot is just smarter and better than ChatGPT's lobotomized slop. So on this one, it's asking me clarifying questions. What type of service do you run? What are the core services? Who's your ideal customer? Primary service area? What is the single most important goal of this call? And now it's going to actually give you all of this. You guys got to remember, when you're feeding an AI, the more context and info you give it, the better the results you're going to get out. These AIs aren't super geniuses, they're data aggregators. And so the more you can kind of give it context to guide it to the right data to scour its little brain and internet to spit you out a result, the better. And so if you give it like 1 or 2 word answers and you're constantly mad about the results you're getting, you got to give it more context. Look at how much it's thinking and processing. Boom, here's the script, here's the objection handling, and then it gives it to me in a Word document. So now it looks like this. I'm not going to go through this entire thing, but look at the detail that it gives you. It's following a structure. This is a structured way that the calls are going to go. Greet them first, discover and qualify the lead, pivot to booking the appointment, assume the closed appointment and book it, confirmation and set the expectations of how that appointment's going to go, and then close the call. And then here's the objection guide right here. Like, guys, this is the perfect definition of working smarter and not harder. You will barely have to make changes to these. Very minimal changes. And when you do make changes, you can train the robot so the next time it spits out results, it has more context on your business. It's amazing. And let me give you one more pro tip. If you do not have Whisper Flow, WISPR flow on your computer for when you're prompting AIs, oh my gosh, get it. I did not type a single word here. I have a hotkey on my computer where I press the button and I speak into the microphone on my computer, and Whisper Flow types it out, but Whisper Flow is an AI powered one and it understands context. And so when you say like, these are the 3 things I want, it will automatically like number them and format them correctly in the text bubble it spits out. And so if you're thinking like, gosh, this is a lot of typing, this is boring, whatever else, imagine just speaking exactly what you want. Because normal people type at like, I don't know, 50 to 100 words a minute, something like that. When you Whisper Flow, it's like 150 to 200 words a minute. So you're getting the results out twice as fast and using less mental bandwidth to do it. Using Whisper Flow is just one of those AI tools that allows me to give way more context to my results. So there you have it. If you follow these instructions, you're going going to have a working phone script for you or your team. Now you're going to take that, you're going to listen to it live on the phone, and you're going to make adjustments as they come up and tweak your script a little bit. This doesn't have to be a finished product right here. It's just a good outline as opposed to you starting from scratch, because think about how much work that's going to be. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to join Home Service Accelerator Pro, where we share a lot more in-depth resources like this and a lot more tailored to you, and we can also help you set up your Facebook ads, run profitable campaigns, set up your Google Maps SEO, and build a bunch of automations in your business, feel free to click the link in the description or at the top of the comments, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.